Hey everyone, Lisa Salvatore here. It is Friday, June 4th that I'm recording this video. I can't even keep track of the days anymore because time is just speeding by. Today's Friday, June 4th that I'm recording this video. It is a Mars-Pluto opposition day, so you may be feeling a little tense, a little irritated. All week long you might have been feeling this as we're still coming off the full moon, supermoon hangover, the full moon that we had on May 26th, and actually today the moon is in Aries. And which is fire, but at the same time we're in the last quarter phase, so there's definitely like this releasing energy that is reaching its peak from that full supermoon that we had on May 26th. So it's definitely if you've been exhausted, if you've been anxious, if you've been emotional, if you have been feeling just scattered, brain fog, this is likely why. Of course, it's not always the reason, but the energy and the astrology definitely has a lot to do with us down here, how we feel. But of course, with other factors that go on, that can make it more highlighted. So anyway, we're going into this weekend with the moon in Aries. So, you know, Aries rules the head and the face. So you may want to treat yourself to a facial or a scalp massage or just something soothing, oatmeal scrub, body scrub for the face, facial scrub, anything like that, just to kind of keep the circulation going and keep it moving. And it also will help to ease any anxiety that you may be experiencing or tension, not necessarily panic, but, you know, just tension, nervous tension, because the energy is definitely ramped up. Now, we are moving towards a new moon, we're moving towards a total solar eclipse, an annual solar eclipse, new moon on June 10th. It is going to be in the sign of Gemini, sign of the twins, and this one is, it is a new moon, so when the moon is, when we have a new moon, the sun and the moon are conjunct, meaning they're together, they're harmonizing. And Mercury, which is the ruling planet of Gemini, is actually retrograde right now. And Mercury retrograde is conjunct this new moon. So I would say proceed with caution, even though new moons are typically a time of manifestation and good luck and good fortune, and a time when we plant seeds and we bring in things that are new. When we're under eclipse energy, this is my opinion. This is my professional and personal opinion. You take it for what it's worth. But I always feel like the energy gets really intense and really wonky. And, you know, you even can see it with the animals and children. And it's much more chaotic. So, and chaotic doesn't always mean, or doesn't have to mean negative. It just means it just is. So it's more chaotic. So when the energy is like this, I don't really like to do too much. I like to kind of, I mean, other than what I normally do, I like to just kind of be still and be chill, like I always say. And because this is Gemini and a total annual solar eclipse, it is definitely a force to be reckoned with because communication is huge and big right now. And, you know, because Mercury is retrograde, that makes things a little bit muddled, and it definitely makes things feel complicated and not as clear as it normally would be if Mercury were direct. I think this would have a different flavor and a different tone to it with this new moon solar eclipse. Now, a total solar eclipse like this is similar to the lunar eclipse in the sense that the sun, the disk of the moon will actually eclipses the sun, but because it's further away from the earth when it is an annual solar eclipse, it actually produces a ring of like fire around the moon. It looks like a halo. And when you think about what halos represent, right? Halos are typically seen on angels, and halos are all about resurrection. The spiritual meaning of halos is resurrection. And so there's this theory that whatever is of the light cannot be shadowed by the darkness. And so I think that that's a really good message to go into this particular eclipse with, just remembering that that which is dark will come to the light in whatever way it needs to, personally, collectively, and just to keep having the faith to move forward in your own convictions and in your own authenticity, and just have faith and be. Stay in your lane, like I always say, stay in your light. And, you know, this new moon is actually squaring Neptune as well. And the thing with Neptune is, you know, Neptune is very dreamy. It's very idealistic. But Neptune can also be very deceitful, and it can be paranoid. And because this is a square, which is a frictional aspect, the square produces tension. So again, there's this element with Mercury being retrograde and also Mercury squaring Neptune. There's this element of unclarity, I was going to say. I don't even think that's a word. But there's just this element of confusion, and things are not clear necessarily. Or you may be perceiving something the wrong way, or there could be some element of deception somewhere in your life that you're not seeing the big picture on. And so you just want to make sure that going forward and making plans and doing anything new and new projects and with new people, you want to just be clear. You want to make sure you have your details, your facts straight, and that you're seeing things for what they truly are and not for the beauty of what you would like them to be, which is Neptune. And Neptune can also be very beautiful, so I don't want to sit here and say like this is anything negative, but it's just like a warning that with this kind of energy, it's like talking underwater. That's what it feels like. It's like you're communicating, but it kind of sounds like it's underwater, and it feels, one way, but maybe, or it sounds one way, but it feels another. And this is where I'm going to say, trust your gut. Always, right? But more so right now because Venus has moved into Cancer. And when Venus goes into Cancer, it's soggy, Cancer, water, soggy, moody. So again, like the way that we're dealing with others can already have this feeling of emotionality injected into it, especially when it comes to family. Because let's not forget, Cancer the crab rules family and the home life. And we're under Gemini season and a Gemini new moon. And Gemini is about siblings and those people that we come into daily contact with, such as neighbors. It's also communication, the third house, Gemini, communication, with Mercury retrograde already kind of jumbling that all up. So here we've got this element of, underwater. Like, look at it that way. And, again, that just means proceed, of course, but proceed with caution. And, just take those moments of quiet reflection, take those moments to chill out. Keep in mind that Neptune is also very spiritual and, psychological, and because we are also at this place right now where the childhood stuff is really, as we get into Cancer season also, it just ramps up. The childhood stuff, for better or worse, and it just comes up, and it's something that we work through, deal with, heal, journal. I'm a huge fan of journaling. Anything that you can do to get those feelings out without freaking out. And again, of course, freakouts are necessary at times. So, don't hold back if you know you need to say certain things, but watch your tone, watch your tongue. So many things can be misconstrued in moments of anger and frustration. So you want to just always practice the pause, pull back, think things through. These next 6 to 8 weeks are I just feel like underwater. That's just what I keep getting. And, also I wanted to mention that Saturn square Uranus is the theme we're under all year long, but it will be exact on the 14th of June, which honestly, in my opinion, again, I feel like that's more of like the tension breaking. So whatever's been going on, Saturn restricts us, Uranus seeks to break us out. So whatever's been wanting to break out, it may break at this point, at this time, under this energy. And that can feel really good because we're also under a new moon energy. But it is an eclipse, and eclipses are always faded, and eclipses are always very telling of a future story. So you want to keep that in mind as well. Be careful what you wish for, right? Because you just might get it all, and then some. And then also on the 11th of June, Venus will enter Leo, which is great because when Mars will enter Leo. So, Mars has been in Cancer and again has been kind of annoyed and angry and irritated. And then when it moves into Leo, it's just like this shift of, remember, Mars rules Aries. Mars is fire. Mars is our drive and our will to act and push forward. And Leo is a very driven, courageous fire sign. So when Mars goes in there, it's like, boom, the warrior steps forward, steps on the gas, and the energy kind of breaks and it lifts. So again, as we get to mid-month, we will feel that. And that is very, very positive. So anytime planets enter Leo, it's like we feel that shift big time because you're going from Cancer to Leo, and Cancer is very, watery and nostalgic and sensitive and emotional. And then Leo is very flamboyant and dramatic and emotional, yes, but, Leo also rules the heart. So it becomes much more lighthearted, but also at the same time, it's more heart-centered, heart-focused. So, the energy will break. And as we get up to this new moon, annual solar eclipse, at 19 degrees of Gemini, I forgot to say that, and I don't think I even know what time it's at. I think it's 6:52 a.m. I want to say, the new moon. 6:52, 7 o'clock a.m. I might be wrong. I'm sorry. Mercury retrograde is completely messing me up, you guys. I just want to say that my technology, knock on wood, has been okay, but my my communication's a little muddled. So yeah, so that's what we've got going on. It's a lot, but remember, to stay in your light and just, work with the energy as best as you can. And again, don't push right now. If your body's telling you to slow down, slow down. If you need more rest, take it. If you need to drink more water, take it. Do what you need to do what you can do to elevate yourself, to keep yourself in a higher vibe, because right now there's just so much going on out there. Like I always say, right? Out there we cannot control, in here we can. So you want to do that. You really want to do that. And just again with your communication, just be very mindful right now. People are everyone is not angry, but there's irritation present, there's tension, and it's due to break with the Saturn Uranus square. So for better or worse, again, there's a lot going on. So take really good care of yourself. Happy new moon, happy solar eclipse. I also want to mention that the air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, especially if any of your major planets are at 19 degrees of one of those signs, or any of your other points, I said planets are at that point, you will definitely be feeling this eclipse. If you are especially a Gemini rising or a Sagittarius rising, you will definitely be feeling this eclipse. So you may want to look to your chart and see, where is this new moon right now? And what could this potentially be bringing in for you, attracting? Because that's what the new moons attract, right? But eclipses also can attract, and attract a little too much. So again, just being mindful goes a long way. Take really good care of yourselves, guys. My links are below, lisasalvatore.com. Bye.